Matter. Hi, Danny.
Hello, Kimmy. How are you?
Great. I'm good. It's nice to have a day where we can spend a little time just chatting, just talking about we've got so much going on.
So
We have
much.
Lionsgate, we have this solar eclipse coming up in just a few days as well. The lunar eclipse coming at the end of the month. So this is the eclipse season, and so the energies. Now, how are you handling all these energies?
Drugs.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, so, and that is not true. Now, when I was a younger man, yes, but we were talking backstage how everything seems to be shifting, and what used to work doesn't work. Yeah, and
Mhm.
that has shifted for me during COVID. It felt like I was imbibing in a little too much vino during COVID, but now it's like no, I don't want any of that. And
Yeah.
it's kind of weird because I'm a hillbilly from Missouri. It's kind of
Uh-huh.
ingrained in us. Um, but my food thing is off too.
Oh.
So it's like
Hmm.
I go, what do I want to eat? Not much.
Wow, interesting. Because I'm wondering if we are opening up, if our heart is opening up to our more multidimensional self, which we have to remember we are. I mean, I know many of us, like I do, we get all caught up in this 3D world, especially now that I've got a grandbaby. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I can have to just focus it. But she has beautiful eyes that you can look in her eyes and see heaven. But if you
Mm.
imagine looking in her eyes and that beautiful heavenly light here. Well, maybe we don't need as much food.
Yeah.
And if our multidimensional self, if we are becoming more at one with that, more aware of these other selves, and as I even say that, Danny, I feel like I've got a self in the earth. Like there are beings. I know sounds a little weird, but that live inside the earth.
Yeah.
And I never thought about myself living there until this very moment because it
Mm.
just dawned on me. I might have I wasn't expecting to even talk about this, Danny, but we're talking about, we want to talk about Lionsgate. But if we're thinking that we're multidimensional and our heart is a space where we can expand, and we do have lives other places at the same time as now,
Yeah.
I feel like I do have somebody, a nice person, a very beautiful, nice person. I'm sure
You mean the
young,
nice Kim?
a
Not
nice
not
Kim,
the mean Kim?
A younger Kim that can sing, that lives inside the earth.
So my first thought is there an evil Kim?
No,
I
there
didn't think
isn't.
so.
No, I wasn't saying I'm evil. It's not that.
No, but so all the Kims would be nice.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
but maybe a little nicer.
Oh,
Maybe
God.
because if inside the earth, they live in more harmony, crystal cities, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And now, okay, we're going back to the food thing because if we are becoming more galactic, more in tune to that part of ourselves, their diet is probably different. Maybe we're thinking we're going to be eating like a Palladian, or you might be thinking
Eating like, is that like walking like an Egyptian? Eating like a Palladian.
eating like a Palladian.
That's cool. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah. In going back into to inner earth and beings from inner earth,
Uh
there
huh.
you look in Lemuria and you look at Telos, right?
Yeah.
So we've been into Shasta and we've been tapped into that energy of Mount Shasta and the Telosians, and um, that civilization that is in there certainly there are other uh, I guess portals or cave systems that
Yeah.
connect these inner earth civilizations throughout the whole world. And we yeah, I was just thinking about this the other day. I think um, I used to think, and even though it's still ingrained in me, in a linear time frame, but then if you think that all time is the same, and then I go, well, it's not really linear, it's more of a spherical, and it's not a circle, but it's a ball that you
Oh
can be
yeah,
on
I like that.
any part of it. So,
Hmm.
and that kind of throws me because I go, now I'm getting dizzy. So if I can pick any, what does that mean to be in the time stream up here? I
Uh-huh.
don't know. I don't know what it means. I mean, I know well, I had a past life, I have a future life, so I can see that. But what does it mean to have an up life or a down
Hmm.
life?
Right. Yep.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
And
the
maybe
same.
that down life is in Earth,
Right.
and the up life is ET-ish.
If you want to think of it in a direction,
Ah, there we go.
I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, I was just trying to wrap my head around that a little bit, and it's just, for me, time is a sphere, and I'll figure it out later on or not, but it's fun to play in.
Fun to play in, right? I think it's fun to imagine what ourselves are like. I feel so strong. I have a Lyran. Now we're talking about Lionsgate. Try to focus back into that. But I remember when we were at Mount Shasta, and why is it that when we go to sacred places like Mount Shasta, at least for me, it just is so easy to expand
So
into other dimensions.
yeah, yeah.
It's amazing, just the energy of the land. Because I remember seeing that Lyran self of me there. Do you remember that when I told you?
I think so. There was
So
so
when,
much going on
yeah,
when we go up there that it feels like we're being cracked open in so many different areas.
yeah. Well, I was walking back from the mountain, so Bill, your brother, was, taking us on a hike. I don't remember where you were. You were probably just sitting around drinking some rum in the van. No, I'm just joking. I don't remember where you were. But anyway, so Bill
I
took
make a
us.
big impression, don't I?
I'm totally joking. Totally. I'm sure you were talking with your shaman brothers, but
Okay,
oh,
let's go before you dig
okay.
yourself into a deeper hole.
Okay. So we were coming back from the mountain and I looked back and I saw a Lyran man. Okay. I mean, he was standing, he was like walking with us. And as I turned around, I was with Laverne. I turned around like I saw the man. I was with my eyes open, but I know he was a spirit, but I could see him easily. I could see actually his hair wasn't that different than my hair, except it was red here. And maybe it might have been a little longer, but he had a blonde band under here.
Oh,
And he was not that tall. He might have been just a little bit. I mean, don't tell him, but I'm not quite 5'2". Okay. I used to say 5'2", but I never really made it that tall. Anyway,
that's what shoes are for.
shoes, that's right. So, but he looked, I'm going to say he was less than 6 feet. Okay. But he looked at me and he smiled. And I got, oh, well, like you've been walking with us. Then I realized he was Lyran, a Telosian, Lemurian, Lyran. And then I dawned on me that was me.
Hmm.
I saw myself.
Hmm.
So there you go.
So I don't know if, yeah, I don't think I was there. I think I was in the van drinking rum. Um, but because I don't remember that well, and I would have remembered that story.
Yeah.
So yeah, you may have been coming back from one of the high hikes. where my
That's
knees
right.
didn't want to go. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's so easy to tap into that, and
And
to
yeah.
getting back to that, getting back to Lionsgate, there were, um, so Egypt and the pyramids and the Sphinx, sacred spaces, a lot of energy, and we can go there in our mind's eye. We can do, travel there, astro travel, do a journey, however we get there. But while we're here in where we are, me in California, you in Texas, it still takes some energy to shift us from, at least I think, to shift us to get into that space where
Yes.
it's when we're in those holy sacred spaces,
Yes.
we're just there already. I mean, I think we built it, it's pre-built into, because we had to travel there, we're sitting there, we're grounded in it.
Yeah. Right. And that's what I like about the way you a- approach your spirit work is you usually have ritual
Yeah.
and your invocation, your intention. And I do that too, but I think you have a stronger practice of it than I do. And that's why I enjoyed so much when we would go to Shasta or, even when doing your journeys online, that you really put, you create a sacred space, a container for somebody to do that journey that you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think for me, I always imagine the lion in my heart. And I can even see, because I remember one time I looked at Mount Shasta, I saw a lion's face. The whole mountain was the
Ooh,
face of a lion.
yeah. Wow.
And that was around, I think that was the first time we went, or maybe the second time.
Huh.
We were at the Jewel of the Lotus, so it had to be the second time. And Jewel of the Lotus, I was sitting there and I saw, I don't know, somehow, I could be wrong about when I saw it, but I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Might
Wow.
have actually been at Bunny Flats. Anyway, yeah, maybe then. But it's so easy for me. Like I've got a picture of a lion like this, the white lion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is a great book, by the way, The Mystery of the White Lions. As a famous shaman in Africa. There's a lot about him in here. His name is Credo.
Hmm.
Okay, but anyway, talking. Ooh, I'm getting so many chills with the white with that. But when I imagine the face of a lion on my heart, it just seems like it's easy if we can embrace those qualities, which is courage, a healer, healing, even rising above, and I feel like in service as well.
Mhm. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Sometimes we think of lion as a carnivore, right? Or a king, or you want to, but if we don't think that's not part of what we need to embrace so much. I mean, if you're a carnivore, great, but,
Yeah,
but what I
right.
mean is the representation of the courage, and this is what we need: is the courage to go through this portal that we're in right now. And as I was mentioning earlier, I feel like it's the train. Okay, here's the train is coming, and it is here. Do we choose to ride it, or we're going to wait till it comes around, maybe next year or whenever again, when this opportunity to open up our heart even more, because I feel like it's about the heart.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think, because people are saying that this is one of the most powerful Lions gates,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people are saying it's a double eight, it's a triple eight Lions gate,
Mm-hmm.
because when you add all the numbers together, then you
Yeah.
get another eight. So
Yeah.
August 8th, and then add on. And you can play with the numerology, because then you could go into, well, if you add, all the eights together, you get a six. And, what is that energy about? But it feels
Mm-hmm.
like, when I first heard about this, I think what it did was just kind of like opened up the awareness for me a little bit, and said,
Yeah.
okay, now you're paying attention to this energy. And I go, I think I am. And then the next year, it was a little bigger. And this year seems to be bigger for me,
Mm-hmm.
a lot
Okay.
bigger.
I feel there's more people awakening. And when the more people that awaken, then we feed off the energy, whether we're conscious of the other people or not. And you talked about the awareness, and I just picked a passage, and I hope I can still find it. To when I opened this book, I thought, okay, what's the message? And I just opened,
Yeah.
and it's almost like awareness is one day going to save all of us. And the first lesson of the shaman is heightened awareness, an awareness of communication between species, which assists humankind to overcome fear and ultimately offers us protection by the very animal kingdom we ourselves have debased and all but destroyed.
Yeah.
But it's about awareness. So, oh, yeah,
Yeah. When so getting back to the Lionsgate
yeah,
portal energy, which is, you were talking about how it's all about our heart space and dropping into
yes,
our heart space and finding love for all of these around us. So
yes,
the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, even the human kingdom, which is challenging these days because we look at all the
right,
negative going on,
yep,
and I find it hard. I go, how am I going to love that?
right,
But I think it's showing us a way that don't that we really don't want to be anymore. And so I'm thankful for that if we can move past it. But when we get to the point where we're not so fearful of everything, which I think this Lion's Gate is opening us up to, that's when we're going to be able to see so much more than the 3D is presenting to ourselves, because we're going to
yeah,
have a lot of elementals going, oh, you're not going to kill me, you're not going to step on me, you're not going to.
yeah,
And the ETs are going to come out, because if we saw an ET now, we go, oh my God, you got 3 arms. And then we'll make fun of them. Well, not me, but we'll be fearful, and we'll say you're not the same as, or whatever.
right.
So I think this Lions Gate is opening us up to uh, letting us know that we need to be more in our heart space, and
More in a heart.
with
That's
that.
the only way. Yeah, yeah. The other day I got a message, seek not refuge from the dark, but seek to become more light.
Mm,
Just so that's where we focus our attention, is to become
yeah,
more light.
yeah,
I, I, and as the world or the earth is increasing in her vibration, when we meditate with her, ground with her, uh, I mean, it's just more and more coming up, the feeling that earth is like this beautiful being.
yeah,
And I mean, I've always thought she's beautiful, but the more I feel we've got layers and layers and layers within her, and dimensions that live around her, what she's attracted
yeah,
to be here, that we are just, some of us, are opening up to the different dimensions here. When we sit with her as a goddess, a real goddess, then we can become more light, more
yeah, yeah.
what everything that we want.
I mean, I got chills when you were saying, talking about all the things that Mother Earth attracts to herself, which is, I mean, it's so powerful. And then I think, well, why did she attract us here? And it's for the evolution. It's for how we
Yeah.
can figure out and manage this path that we're on to get back to our heart center, because
Yeah.
we get pulled away and we think, oh well, my logical thought is the way forward, and this is one example. But really, if we stop and think with how is this best to spread kindness, joy, and love, then we probably would have a different um, thought in our heads, or a different action in our heads. Because right now we're just thinking about, well, I think, just money and control, and I feel like that is shifting really strongly. That
Hmm.
people are waking up and saying that's not it, and that's what this time is showing us. That
Yeah.
control isn't the way.
Hmm.
You can look at
Hmm.
Iran. How's that control working out? It's like, oh my gosh, it's not. And so as soon as everybody comes together and realizes, hey, we need to share the resources with all nations and not abuse how we get the resources, another thing altogether. But we're getting there. I really think that we're opening up to that. It just can't be for a group of people. It's got to be for the whole planet, whatever that is: plants,
Yeah.
animals, Mother Earth.
Yeah. I'm hoping that more and more people get that. I mean, I feel like I've been there all my life. I've always had that way of thinking, I think. But I mean, I could always improve, of course. But some of us, I think, we're born that way more than
Yeah,
others.
yeah,
I don't know. I guess that's it. I don't know. But I feel like Mother Earth um, is like she's given us a gift. It's an opportunity. It's almost like when you give birth to a baby and okay, how are you going to turn out? We're going to set you up with the best environment we can. And then how are you going to manage it? But it's a gift for all of us to
yeah,
play in.
yeah.
Hmm.
And sometimes the environment that we come in on doesn't seem like it's the best, and
Yeah,
that's a challenge
that's a challenge.
to I don't know. I mean, is it a growth challenge? Is it, that's something I struggle with
Hmm.
a little bit, a lot, these days, because there's so much when we look at our planet. There's so much that we're seeing that as empaths that really it's so hard to deal with. That
Yeah,
just the loss of innocence,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
in wildfires,
Oh,
it's so hard. And going
yeah,
back into the heart space, the thing that we get to do as empaths and as people who know how to put their feet on the ground and connect to Mother Earth, is to just hold space and drop
yeah,
love in. And what else
yeah,
can we do except hold space? Which means it's
yeah.
like, well, if somebody, as you know, how's your book going, by the way? Switching gears.
Okay, okay. The last I've worked on the last revisions. I sent them on Sunday night to the editor. She, gave me the revisions to do. I sent it
Yeah,
back to
yeah,
her.
yeah.
She's checking what I did, and I don't know. Hopefully I'll get that back soon, in the next day or two. I hope, and then I hope I'll be able to send it off to the publisher company, and it's still going to be 6 to 8 weeks even after that.
Yeah, yeah. And the reason I shifted to that is because I thought of you in your book cover, and you as a hospice worker
Yeah.
holding somebody's hand as they
Uh-huh.
transition. And
Uh-huh.
so that's kind of the way I feel it for us when we start focusing in on all the just the horrific things that are going on that we have no
Yeah.
control over. It's
Yeah.
just dropping into our heart space and just holding their hand and
Yeah.
saying, you know, this is, I don't know why you're on this journey, but
Yeah.
I'll support you in any way I can. And
Yeah.
that's one thing. Just dropping some love into that space.
Love that. That's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, a few years ago, I don't know, 5 maybe or so, when I was meditating, I kept seeing lion. And so then, and lion, although I haven't noticed, what I've been meditating lately is on the color gold, but I feel like gold and the lion are one in a way.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so years ago, and I was talking with a lady, she was very, I would say, very quite out there, quite connected, star in a star being way. And she said, Kim, don't you know that the lions are the ones that sit with the angels and help, like through the tunnel of the light, the lions are there and they help guard the angels even. Like, do angels even need guards? But they work with the angels together. And I'm getting chills as I say that. So I
Yeah.
know that it's right. So I feel like when we connect with lion, if we want to, that then the angels also come in. And some people don't relate to angels. I know some people relate to star beings, and some people relate to Buddha, or whatever you relate to. But I do feel that there is a connection to the higher. It's not just we think we don't. We have to go beyond a lion that lives in Africa on the plains, the carnivore. We have to go beyond that because there's the lion people, the lion healers, the master warriors. I mean, and they're also from Lyran. They are actually one of the most ancient beings in the universe. And many of us have Lyran heritage.
Yeah.
I guess it depends how much you want, or how much. I mean, everybody's going to have a degree of some. Maybe not every single person, but I think many of us.
Yeah. I think many of us have. I mean, it's just like humans. When you get your DNA done,
Yep.
um, with this clunky way that we get our DNA done,
Mm-hmm.
because they're going, hey, there's a couple of strands that are missing here. I wonder what. Oh, well, we just won't add those. And then you find out, oh, well, they're Palladian or Lyrian or Syrian. But I
Oh yeah.
think as star beings, we have multiple strands of DNA, to put
Mm-hmm.
that in human terms, in us. And sometimes it's we can activate it for certain situations that we're going through, or it's a life lesson that we need to learn that is going to heal that particular strand of star knowledge or star beingness,
Uh-huh. Sure.
and
Right.
that, so we got to get rid of the time stream that we're in,
Yeah.
right? The linear time stream.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
hmm.
You're talking about the lion time stream? No, just
Yeah, lion, Palladian. Yeah,
right. You're very Palladian. As I look at you, I just feel so much Palladian energy. But yeah,
I thought
yeah.
I was lion.
Well, you have some of that too. Yeah, and when we're talking about the lion people from Sirius B, the Blue Lodge, which is called where they kind of like the home. I guess you can call that this Fifth Street or whatever, Sixth Street, Blue Lodge, the address for the where the Syrian bee lion people live, and they are healers.
See,
So
I've never heard of what the Syrian lion people are healers.
yeah,
Yeah, okay. I've never heard of the Blue Lodge.
well,
Now I have.
I'm telling you, how do I know that? I don't know. I've read on it.
Okay.
It's yeah. It didn't come to me through a meditation. It was more like a information I gathered
Yeah,
from yeah.
right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to gather some information on that.
Yeah. You can even meditate, I guess, or as you're going to sleep or something, and you can invite those lion people from the Blue Lodge to come activate your DNA.
Mm,
And what does that mean, activate our DNA? Just to me, it's more awareness now, because we hear it all the time, Danny.
yeah.
Yeah, my DNA got activated last night, and you're going, sure, right? You hear friends that say that?
There's some, yeah, I do. And and for me, it feels like with this Lionsgate portal, when we drop into the meditation of it, there will be something in there that will um, shimmy, shake, shift. Um, there'll be a gift, like a light that flashes or something. And I go, oh, that just activated something in meditation,
Oh, yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah.
either a wiggly sound bar or, because I see a lot of wiggly things.
Really?
I'm wiggy that way. Yeah, when I close my eyes, I see lots of squiggles.
Very interesting.
And at first I was saying, well, that's just a normal vision, a normal eye visiony thing. And I go, okay, I also see portals
I
and
see
I
that
go, well,
too.
that may be a normal eye. And I go, you know what? So you can rationalize this out anyway, but what's more fun?
Yeah. Now
To
I see the
drop
portals
in,
too.
drop into the portal, and I go, that's nothing you've ever seen before. So it's just more fun. But I do
Yeah.
feel like there is a DNA activation. Um, it doesn't change me right away, though,
No, I know. Yeah. Right.
but it certainly opens me up because I don't think I would be able to have this conversation 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. Uh-huh. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now what else is happening? Because you see, on the physical level for me, everybody talks about the ascension symptoms, right?
Mm.
You hear it. You're the dizziness, ear ringing, fatigue, sometimes maybe even fever, pain, joint pain. But to me, that's also the same thing as when you get older. So, so I can't. So how do you really differentiate? But for me, just this last week, I've had way more symptoms than I've ever had.
Well,
Now
you're
I
getting
don't have.
older.
I know. And that's true. And I just had a birthday. Um,
And happy
but
birthday.
thank you, thank you. So, but I
And
don't
you're a
know.
grandmother again.
A grandmother with some responsibilities here. And I love this little sweet little Adeline Rose. Her name is Adeline Rose. Now, isn't that the best name
That's
ever?
beautiful. Yeah.
Adeline Rose. And so, I just have a pack and play for it, but I put a rose blanket down, and I try to have roses, and then there's some roses in the window and things like that. Anyway, I just think that the roses in the heaven, though, must have been prettier than the roses here on earth. I mean, I know that's the case, but basically, what was I said? I forget now. I've gone off a. What was I even talking about, Danny?
Ascension symptoms and
Oh yeah, that's it. So my right ear's been hurting a lot.
mm,
My body, I'm having way more body aches. Like it's almost like I have a fever. That's what it feels like.
oh
I don't have a fever, but I mean, you know how you get
yeah.
aches? That's what it feels like for me, but it's been going on for now 10 days.
Have you had any Taco Bell?
I have not. No. Thank goodness. You know what? I don't go to fast food.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you say a lot of body aches, and I go,
Yes.
my neck hurts, my leg has this pain where I go, what the hell did I do to my leg, to my calf? I mean my
Calf?
thigh.
Oh.
It's really bizarre.
Hmm.
Like somebody hit me in the back of
Oh,
my thigh, and I go, that's just bizarre.
that
Um,
is bizarre.
yeah,
Yeah.
and of course, then all my other aches and pains that I have in my hands, they've been really flaring up. And it's like, is it the solar flare energy, or is it the ascension symptoms
I know.
where our DNA is being activated and it's kind of shaking us up a little bit internally?
I don't know, but this is definitely way more than like I said, I don't normally ever have any ascension symptoms, what I would say are ascension
Yeah,
symptoms.
yeah.
But I don't know what this is, what I've got. I have no idea. But it's not going away really for 10 days. It,
Try
yeah,
some rum.
rum. Yes, good idea. Well, yeah.
We were joking backstage about Kim has a big clear glass of
Yeah, my rum
rum.
here. Hmm.
Mm.
I
So,
know. Well, I do have some cards.
what's that?
I've picked a couple cards
Oh, I was just
related
going to
to,
ask you.
really?
Yes.
Related to the Lionsgate. Okay. My first one, I got Vega. Okay, so these are the Galactic Heritage cards.
And I had to pull Galactic Heritage too.
Really?
Yeah, I love this deck. It's my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, but it's about alone time, which this is probably for me. I really need the alone time. And maybe this is for everybody
yeah.
because how do we even find ourselves if we can't be alone? If we're always in the crowd with noises and everything. And I mean, I'm very sensitive to noise, but I think I'm even more sensitive now.
Hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's a message for everybody. And then I have Association of Worlds Parallel Community. So either way, we've got the alone time and the community. The two cards I
I
pulled.
love those.
I didn't even notice that those kind of match in a way. So Association of Worlds, the parallel, which is so we're here we are.
Well, and we were talking about that too. So when we drop into alone time, we get to
Yes.
meditate. We get to be who we want to be, who we are, without any judgment, without any BS or limitations or expectations. And when we drop into that space, then we get to see more of the association of everything in our world, the plants, the animals, the insects, how we're all interconnected. And so the ETs, the lions. So I love that. I think that those two cards are letting us know that, yeah, it's take some time to dip into this space, and yeah.
Right. We got to take the time. We got to allow ourselves, give ourselves permission to
Oh,
do.
big. Oh, that's huge. I was thinking about that last night. How we don't give ourselves permission to do something, and so sometimes we're just waiting around till somebody gives us permission to. You can be as crazy as you want, and you can see and feel ETs how you see and feel ETs. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking of that last night.
Interesting. I do think giving ourselves permission is important. Sometimes it takes another voice to give it. Like Danny, I give you permission to have some alone time just to explore multiple universes, right? It could take another voice. And it just as an example, once I was with a man who's about to die, and he was 100 years old. He had a son who was 80. So the son who was 80 was sitting on the sofa, and the son's like, "How come he's not? He's not going?" And I mean, I mean, this is what we ask, right? He hasn't eaten, he doesn't talk, he's just sitting. He's basically kind of in a semi-coma. Okay, for a week or so, like what's still holding him here? And he was a military man. So when the son left, I gave the man permission, but I gave it to him in a different voice, not my feminine voice. not my older voice, I was younger. But I put on my man voice.
Ooh,
And I said, it's time to go now. And because I was thinking, because it's being in the military, he needed permission
yeah,
and he left within seconds. So it's just interesting how sometimes it takes somebody else.
yeah. Somebody else, another voice. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have
Yeah.
any other cards? That was beautiful.
No, I just did too.
Okay, I did more.
Okay, tell us.
So the first card I got was, and this was for Lionsgate. This is Fifth Element Tarot. I got change,
Oh,
right?
nice.
And so um, this feels like an Egyptian type card, um, holding an ankh with that's glowing. So there's a higher source, there's change. Something's going on in this Lion's Gate. And then when you said, "Oh, you pulled your galactic heritage," I went, "Oh, good," and I went and grabbed mine. Oh, actually, this is chariot. I'm sorry, not change. It's movement.
Okay.
It's not chariot.
But I like the reaching up because
Yeah,
this is, we got to catch the train. We got our ticket in our hand, catching the train.
yeah.
I'm ready. Number 8. I'm looking for car 8.
Car eight. Car eight. Um, I got 3. It's almost an 8, and this is where I got the change. It's almost
Okay.
an 8. It's just missing the other half of it. The next card I got is an 8, and this is the last card in the deck. And this is your quiet time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so this
Mm,
in this deck, 108 goes, that's the last
yeah.
card. And this deck
Oh,
starts off with source energy, the founders, where we're all in communion and working together on this association of worlds where we all agree that we're all here and everybody needs to be respected. And then we fragment to individuals where we think we are more important than somebody else. And then as we go through that whole deck, we get back to 108, which is emptiness. And now we get to start all over again if we choose.
yeah.
You can go home now. And
And that's us. We can go home too,
yeah,
but we don't even have to die.
no, we don't. No. The last card I pulled, though, is this, the imbalance in positive polarity.
Oh.
So this is one of the cards that made me think of, what do I do when I feel all of the innocence, the pain that they're going
Mm,
through,
yeah.
with wars and fires, and they're just caught up in that. And we all try to make things positive and light and loving, and it's not that. So it's a balance, so we got to keep that balance, and that's what 8 is. Lionsgate, you
Yeah.
put that on the side, the infinity, the balance.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah,
Love it. I hope that this made sense in some way. I feel like today we talked about a lot of different things, but when we put it together, I think when we look at the bigger picture, we could put the 8 on our heart, we could put the lion on our heart, whatever that represents, the courage in our heart and the courage to work, to give yourself permission to be alone and
yeah,
also to connect to community because we got to have the community.
yeah, yeah. And I think too, because I struggle with, this doesn't make sense. And whatever we were talking about, because we talked about a wide range of things,
Yeah.
that something will spark and make total sense to somebody. You know?
Okay.
And I don't mean that in limiting, but there'll be people that'll go, that really spoke to me. And so,
Mhm.
but the general message that I get from this is that it's okay to take time to be quiet. It's okay to tap into your heart space. Put that lion energy on your heart space and be fierce in defending the love that you have for yourself and for others and for ants and animals. And it's more
Yeah.
of that. It doesn't need to be all lovey-dovey and perfect. There's a balance that we're coming into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. And our bodies are affected, I
Yeah.
think, and maybe more than usual, at least for me.
It feels like that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So be kind.
that's not to say, oh, that's an ascension symptom, and not
Hmm.
double check it.
Right.
Right.
But
So
in a way, all of it is an ascension symptom because there's no way to avoid it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think I do want to get on that train, the number 8 train, and I've got my ticket and uh, ready to be picked up,
yeah,
to be more aware, to be
yeah,
more conscious, to work with the angels or whoever you want to work with, the higher beings as part of your team. Invite those beings into your team.
yeah. And before we leave, I know we're
Yeah,
running out of time, but real quick, the during this Lionsgate portal, which is August 8th, is the culmination. It ends on the 12th.
right.
So the energy kind of it peaked, and then it's still going to be there no matter what, but this is like the peak of it. On
Yes.
the 12th is a solar eclipse. We didn't even get to talk
Right.
about the eclipses. The solar eclipse, and um, there is the Perseid meteor shower, where
Oh,
it's going to be a really dark, dark sky. So if you can get outside
on the
at
12th?
midnight and see
Mhm.
the Milky Way, it's going to be really, really bright. It's going to be crazy.
Oh,
And
wow.
a lot of things coming at us too.
There's a lot, yeah. So yes, exactly. The solar eclipse, and we got the lunar eclipse at the end of the month.
Yeah, yeah,
And so, in both of these, I've heard from astrologers that these are lasting not just this month, but
mm,
much longer.
okay,
Yeah, and they're powerful. Like, and they still go in with that Leo energy, the high
yes,
lion energy. They come together in that way, but stronger than normal. Everything is stronger. Everything is. We're all just whoa. We're just beings. We're becoming more beings of light, and then
yeah,
trying to manage with our human body the balance. Like you said, the balance.
yeah.
You're coming into balance.
I really feel that. Yeah.
It's a big time, Danny, and I'm just so glad we get to have this conversation. And I hope some of it resonated with somebody.
Resonated with me.
No, that's good. And I think we figured a few things out as well. And I'm glad to know that you're doing okay. I'm glad to know that you're having some of the some similar in a way
So
symptoms
did
that
you just say that you were glad that I'm achy and
I, right? Uh,
you're not alone? We are not alone.
yeah, yeah. So, whoo,
All
big,
right.
big stuff, Danny. Thank you for
Big
being
stuff.
here.
Oh, thank you,
And
Kim. Yay.
alrighty.
All
Blessings
right.
to you. Talk to you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody.